We've explored both of the main windows in the previous two projects. This window here is called your edit window. The other main window is called your mix window. You can get there by going to the window menu, of course, and then go to mix, or you can hit Command plus equals on your main keyboard, and it brings up this other window here. So this window, it has faders here, and that allows you to adjust the balance of the instruments in your mix. What I want you to do for this project is just move these. If you feel like trying to be artistic with it, that's okay. That's great. This project and the limited time that we have for it, just move them around so I can see that you've done something. You have been to your mix window. We also have the pans up here as well. These are what's called panoramic pots or pan pots. They change where things are in the stereo spectrum. Put it over to the left side, the right side, somewhere in between. And then once you're ready to finalize your mix, you do something called a bounce to mix. So I'm going to close this window, or I could switch back by hitting Command plus equals. I have to make sure that anything that I want to be involved in the bounce is not muted, or solos, which will mute all the other tracks and only allow me to hear one track. It will only bounce things to a final rendered track that are currently not muted. Okay, then I would zoom out a bit. I could double click my zoom tool to zoom all the way out. And then I just want to highlight the area that I want to bounce. So normally what I'll do is I'll find the longest track, and then I would just click and drag to the beginning to highlight the amount of time that I want to bounce. And one mistake that a lot of people make is just because I just did my lead vocal track, it does not mean only my lead vocal will be bounced. It's everything within that period of time. Then I go up to File, then I go to Bounce Mix, and I have different file types that I could bounce to. Like I could bounce to full resolution file types like WAV and AIFF. I can also do an MP3 or some more exotic video formats, an MXF or an MOV. I'm just going to do a full resolution wave bounce here. And then I am going to also add an MP3 here. I can import things after bounce if I want, and otherwise it's going to put things directly into a file in my main file folder called bounced files. I can either do this in real time or I could do this offline. There isn't any more, but there used to be an option where you could send it directly to your iTunes library, but it doesn't look like it's in the current version, but I think that may be on the test. And then all you got to do is hit bounce. And if you did do an MP3, the window that allows you to type in metadata, click OK, and then it just bounces. And if you did hit the button that says import after bounce, it brings up the track import options and it asks you where to put it. The session start, you can put it at the selection, which is where your cursor is, or you could spot it to a specific time code location, for instance, or specific bar and beat. That's all I'm expecting. Just move the faders a little bit so I can see that you went onto the mix window. Do a little bit of editing, clean out some blank space at the beginning of the tracks maybe.